Team, I hope that you are doing well. As you can tell for this video, I picked the most boring background possible, so I hope that you are visually stimulated by it. But no, it is good to be back in the country, and we had a great trip to Haiti last week, and it's just really cool to see what God is doing there and how we as a church are getting involved in that with orphan care and church planting and sharing the gospel in Haiti. And so I hope that most, if not all of you, will have the opportunity to go at some point. I highly encourage it. It's good to get out of the country and get into a different context and be able to see what God is doing. God has called us clearly to take the gospel to the ends of the earth. And so that means we're on mission every day where we are, but it also means there are those points, those times in life where we go. We go to a different context, we go to a different place and share the gospel. And so I hope that you'll have the opportunity to do that in Haiti. And we just had a great trip. And so I just wanted to shoot you a video and remind you about some things coming up and bring some clarity to some things. First of all was the binders that you received yesterday. And you should have received yesterday a binder that had 6 weeks worth of curriculum in it. And there you should have found everything that you'll need over the next 6 weeks. I just wanted to make it so that you weren't showing up every week trying to get the lesson for the next week and just do this week by week deal. I wanted to give you a little more heads up than that so that you would have plenty of time to prepare, or if for some reason you missed a week, you still had the curriculum for the upcoming week and there wasn't this constant confusion or scrambling to get the next lesson. And so the new curriculum for this upcoming year is still the student life curriculum, but their topics are broken down in 6-week increments. And so every 6 weeks you will get a binder that has 6 more lessons in it. And so if you did not get that yesterday, we have that for you. You can stop by the office or get it next Sunday or whatever the case may be, but we have those ready for you. I hope that you find that helpful. Another thing that I wanted to talk to you about within that same on that same topic is that tomorrow you should be getting an email. It will either be from Student Life or from NavPress, but regardless, it will have a login for you, give you a login information, a username and password, and that way you can get the lessons electronically if you choose. And so all that's going to do is give you the opportunity to have what we've physically given you. You can pull it up on your computer, or if you want to teach from an iPad and you don't want to have to keep up with the binder, that's fine. But that way you have multiple ways to access the curriculum. So like I said, you'll get a 6-week binder from us. Most of you have already gotten that. Or you can log in. It's the same material either way. And so it's up to you. I just wanted to make sure that you each had a username and login so that you would have easy access to it electronically if you chose to do that. So that's the curriculum issue. If you have any questions, please let me know about that. The next thing that I wanted to encourage you with is to get through the mid-semester lull. The mid-semester, hey, I'm getting into this routine kind of attitude. So sometimes as we get going, right, we have a strong start, we get going, we're fired up, we have our new students, but then about this point in the semester, when we start getting about midway through, it gets to the point where we've been in this routine for a little while, and familiarity breeds contempt, right? So a lot of times when we get into routine, we just start doing it, and we forget about some things, or things start slipping through the cracks. And I just want to encourage you to push through that. I just want to encourage you to continue to call your students, to text your students, to meet with them for coffee, or to have class events, because the more effective we are relationally, the more effective we are in that area, the more opportunity we will have to speak truth into their life on Sunday morning and Wednesday nights. And so I just want to encourage you to kind of push through that. And push through just the mindset of getting through the routine. And so we're just going to start teaching the lesson on Sunday morning, because we're not going to get very far if that's all that we're doing. We've got to focus on relationships. And it's been so good to see you doing that. It's been so good hearing about class events that you're having, or hearing about some of you taking a student to go get coffee, or meeting up with them, or inviting them to Wednesday nights and saying, hey, I'm going to be at Wednesday night. Why don't you meet me there and we'll hang out. In fact, one of you I heard recently met up with your small group before Wednesday night and went and got coffee or dinner or whatever it was, and then all came to Wednesday night together. That's absolutely amazing. That's incredible to hear, and something I just want to encourage you to keep doing, because that's when we can have more effect on teenagers, is when we get on their turf, when we get outside of the walls of the church, and when we're calling them and texting them and tweeting them and just encouraging them and trying to be involved in their lives, so that we win the right to be heard, so that we win the right to have the opportunity to speak truth into their life. And so I just want to encourage you to push through. To check in on your students if you haven't seen them in a week or two, to let them know that you're missing them on Sunday morning, or encouraging them to come to Wednesday night. A great way to do that is our event that we have coming up, the Bonfire event, and I'll let you know more details about that. I'm trying to firm up some of those things this week, but it's coming up in a couple of weeks, and I hope some of you will be able to help with that and be able to come. But most importantly, and I really want to make sure we get as many of our students there as possible. And so this will be a little different than the Back to School Bash event. They're more than welcome to invite their friends, but this is not a thing where we're going to, push, hey, hand out stuff at school and tweet it out as many times as you can, because we really want to get an event together where students are coming to this event so that they can have a shared experience together. So our regular attenders, those that are there Sunday morning and Wednesday nights, we want them to have this shared experience where they're just enjoying each other. We're having a good time, and we're bonding together, because I want them to see student ministry as a place where their friends are, a place where they're going to have a good time, a place where they're connected. And so I want to create this shared experience of this fall event. And I really want you to push it in your classes and go through your roles and your rosters and call and text people, invite them to come, and hope that you'll be able to be a part of that as well. Please know that I'm praying for you. I want to help you in any way that I can. So, let me know if you have any questions or if there's anything that you need. But thanks a lot for your time, and I will see you on Wednesday night.